In this lecture, we'll complete step 5 of the PCB layout workflow, where we'll work on the Silkscreen. So what I mean by that is that if we go back to the PCB 3D viewer, you'll see that the PCB has got some text, lines, graphics, in this case in white color, that appear on the PCB. This is the front Silkscreen layer, and there's nothing in the back. So what I want to do is to just spend a bit of time to add such text and other graphics just to improve the overall quality of the PCB. And the purpose of the Silkscreen is to both decorate and inform the user of the PCB. So for example, you can see here there's R1 that signifies the fact that this footprint belongs to resistor R1 and so on. Again, this is a simple circuit, a simple PCB, but imagine that you've got much more complicated ones with a lot more components. These Silkscreen markings become very important in such cases. And another use for the Silkscreen markings is to include things such as the version of a PCB, contact information, and perhaps other, meta information that is useful to know for anyone working with a PCB. Just a short interruption to let you know that this video is part of my comprehensive KiCad course that will teach you every aspect of creating printed circuit boards with KiCad from scratch. Go to the course page to learn more about it if you want. Find the link to the course page in the description below and treat yourself with a discount coupon for my YouTube viewers. Okay, let's continue with the video. All right, so much of the information that I want to ensure that will be on the Silkscreen already is on the Silkscreen, such as the markings for the footprints and the reference designators. So at the very least, I'll position them appropriately. There's a couple of other bits and pieces that I also want to add, such as clear markings for the polarity of the LED and also of the battery here. And of course, I'm also going to put a logo on the back of the PCB plus a version indicator. I'll call this version 1. So to be able to work with the Silkscreen, there's two things to do. First is to select the appropriate layer, either the front or the back. I'm going to start with the front Silkscreen layer, and also down here in the selection filter, I'm going to toggle all items and then go for the text so that I'm not accidentally picking things that are not text. So let's see, I'm going to move this D1 reference indicator and rotate it. So I'm going to move it around here so it's not too close to the mounting hole. For the R1, I'm going to put it around here and rotate it so that all text is oriented in the same way. Switch 1 is fine as it is, and BT1 is also fine as it is. Just notice that there's a few other text items such as BT1 and battery cell down here. If you double click on it, you see it comes up, and this is the footprint value property. It now is placed on the front fabrication layer, and that's why it appears like that, and that will not appear in the final PCB in any of the Silkscreen layers. But if you do want to place it in the Silkscreen layer, you can simply change its layer allocation, so you can place it in the Silkscreen. Now it appears in the Silkscreen, and if we go to the 3D viewer, you can see that it appears right there. So it's up to you if you want to do that. If you do want to retain it, probably consider moving it down a little bit so that it doesn't get obstructed by the coin cell battery itself. So here, for example, you might want to include information about the type of battery that you are going to use. So instead of just simply battery cell, you can say, for example, battery 2032. So this is the type of the battery that this holder can accommodate, and that is useful information to have here. I'm also going to move this text item here from the fabrication layer to the front Silkscreen. So even though it's obvious, I'm just going to add the word LED there. Another thing that I'll do is to add some markings for the LED. So I'm going to add a plus sign to the anode of the LED right there, and then duplicate that for the other side and change it to a minus sign. It just helps with assembly when the polarity of the LED is clearly marked. Of course, there is that notch on the circle on the LED that is also providing a clue that that side is the cathode. All right, so that's good. I think that that's enough for the front silk screen. So now I want to add some graphics on the back silk screen. So I'm going to use graphics that come as footprints in the KiCad footprint library, and I'm going to place it on the PCB and then switch it to the back silk screen layer. So let's add a new component by clicking on the footprint button right there. The footprint chooser comes up. So let's search for logo and see what we get. Right, so we've got CE, we've got ESD, and what I want to add here is a KiCad logo. As you can see, we've got a choice of different sizes, some of them for the copper layers, another one here for the silk screen layer. And given the size of our PCB, I'm going to go for the small version, 2.5 millimeters. So select it, and I'll place it right here. Now, if I do that, have a look at the 3D viewer, you'll see that the logo is behind the actual component and it's not visible. But what I want to do is to make sure that it appears or it's printed in the back silk screen. To do that, I can't just select the back silk screen from the layers chooser, but I have to actually go into the properties of the footprint itself. So I'm going to enable footprints and select that. Remember, this is a footprint, it's not a graphic. Double click to bring it up. And notice down here, there's a position side drop down. We need to put that into the back layer and click OK. And now that appears in the back layer. Let's have a look at the 3D viewer, flip it over, and there it is. Very nice. While working on the back layer, I will also add a text item for the version. Let's call it version 1.0. And that will go to the back silk screen and enable this button right here so that it appears in reverse. Like that. So let's place it like this at this position. Check out the 3D representation, flip it, and it looks like that. Great. I think this is good as it is. So it means that we're done with the silk screen, and we're going to do a final DRC, design rules check, in the next step before we go to export and manufacture our new PCB.